Hello, my peepers. This is Shalene of the Color and Book Nook, and this is a diamond painting WIP Chat that I haven't done in a couple weeks. So, we are working on Mona from Diamond Art Club. How is everybody? Don't forget, this is an adult channel. You probably will hear my dog bark. You may see or hear my one cat because she does not like being shut out of this room. Right now she is sleeping, so she's not bothering me. But I'm sure once she realizes that I am talking that she will be at the door. So I've been having my diabetes under control since like the middle or end of June, and I've been doing really good. You know, every once in a while I'll have a day where I've had something I shouldn't have, but I don't do that very often. And they say that stress and anxiety will raise your sugar. Well, I guess so, because I hadn't been sleeping good, and it's just been causing all kinds of havoc on my body. And I'm eating the way that I should be, and my sugar numbers have been horrible for the past couple days, and I'm like, this is not right. I'm eating like I should be. And then yesterday, my dad had a bad day. He's okay. Just keep him in prayers. He's okay. He's home. He didn't have to go to the hospital or anything, but he was having a bad day, you know. And that I was already having a bad day because what is it about not getting sleep? So I have had like an emotional roller coaster ride all freaking weekend. And it's like, really? I don't like this feeling at all. So, I'll check my sugar in a little while. Anyways, yesterday for breakfast I had 2 scrambled eggs with some cheese in it and a small piece of a rib that was left over. It was one of the small, it was just a small little piece of rib. So, you know, even if the sauce on the rib had sugar in it, which I'm sure it did, it shouldn't have spiked it up because I had no other carbs. Yeah, it was 222 or something like that, and I'm like, no, that's just wrong. It was in the 200 Saturday. I'm like, no. So I had the shakes all day just because I was so tired, but I can't sleep. So I took my reading again right before we ate supper, and it was 1:50, and I'm like, I didn't even eat lunch. This is just not right. And I never skip lunch. I just was not hungry. Look at it, I got the shakes today and I just ate. It's anxiety and everything. So, you know, I don't bring it up a lot on here, but I know that it helps people who are going through the same thing. They're like, yep, I have the same thing. I go through the same thing, so I know it helps. So I had asked Justin if he was coming over Saturday for dinner, because every other Saturday, he has every other weekend off. So he comes here every other Saturday for dinner, and he didn't the last time because his best friend was having a yard sale, so he was helping out with that. So I had asked him the other day, are you coming Saturday? And he said, no, I have to work. I'm filling in for someone. But he says, can I come over Sunday? And I said, sure, let me know what you want for dinner. Which we usually have steak when he's over. And he said he wanted chicken salad. And I'm thinking, okay, do you mean you want a tossed salad with grilled chicken on it, or chicken salad sandwiches? Because I'm thinking, this kid, you know, he's 30, so to me, he's my kid. Chicken salad? And he goes, no, I want chicken salad sandwich. And I told Scott, and he's like, why? And I said, I don't know, that's what he wants. That's what he'll get. I said, I don't know what you want with it. So I have protein wraps, so I don't eat the bread. They have hardly any carbs in them, so I knew I was going to be okay as far as sugar. Because the mayonnaise is fine that I put in it. The chicken's okay. I cut up some celery. There wasn't enough celery in it to raise the sugar. I had cut up a few grapes. Again, not a lot. So whatever's in my portion isn't going to really affect it. There's not enough carbs. But what do they want to go with it? Corn on the cob. Oh my gosh. Now, I have not had corn on the cob at all this summer. I love corn on the cob. And I said, okay, I'll have 1 ear of corn because I haven't had it all summer. So like I said, before dinner, my sugar was 150. It shouldn't have really gone up anymore because of I had my chicken salad in a wrap. 1 ear of corn. So you're supposed to check it 2 hours from the time you take your first bite. So I did, and it was 200 and something, so yeah. The ear of corn really, really spiked it. But that's probably the only time I'll have the corn this summer. Although there is 2 ears left over, and I should eat them. But I'm thinking that's all that I had of carbs. Yeah. I'm doing really good. When we went grocery shopping, when was it? A week ago, I had stocked up on tuna fish. I got cottage cheese. I bought my bread and my wraps that are protein and don't have hardly any carbs whatsoever. Some fruit, because I have to have some fruit. Cheese. I bought a bag of jerky that has single packages in it, so I would have that before going to bed. I did try popcorn that didn't really spike my sugar, so I have that. I've had that once. What else did I stock up on? I got some sugar-free candies. Because yes, they still have carbs, but I'm not sitting down eating a whole bag. I'm having, even less than a serving size. My pork rinds. I've got celery and hummus, mushrooms. So I'm eating healthy. I don't have regular potato chips. I haven't been eating pasta. See, the other day I had pasta at Dylan's because that's what they fed me for dinner. And then they sent me home with the leftovers because they don't eat really any leftovers. It always gets thrown out. And so that didn't help the other day, but I've still been doing pretty good. I did buy brown rice because I like to have rice every once in a while, and that's a little bit better than white. So I've been doing okay. Just anxiety and all that just triggers the sugar. So tonight will probably be bad. I have to take Ruby to the vet because that spot I was telling you about is getting worse. It was getting better. It was starting to clear up, and now it's getting worse again. And yes, the fleas are really bad at this time of year because it's hot and humid. Seems like when we have a humid summer, that's when the fleas are bad. And she's the only one allergic to them. And like I said, the flea medicine wasn't working, and someone thought, well, maybe she's allergic now to fleas, or she's having a reaction to the flea medicine. Well, if she was having an allergic reaction to the flea medicine, it seems like it would be on her neck where you put the medicine. This is on her stomach, and it's really bad. So, I gave it a few days with me putting Neosporin on it, and it started clearing it up, but it's gotten bad again. So I called this morning and I explained the situation. I said Ruby's very highly allergic to the fleas. She was diagnosed several years ago, and the flea medicine's not working anymore. And I told them about her stomach. And the receptionist says to me, are you sure she really needs to come in? Yeah, it looks infected. I wouldn't be calling you if I didn't think she needed to come in. Really? I understand you guys are busy, and we all have to wait out in the parking lot, and this costs money. The vet bills can be really expensive. Do you really think I would come bring her in just to pay you guys? No. I don't know if they're having people call in like that. I don't do that. I always try to make my animals feel better on their own. The vet's always giving me ideas what to do in the future, when it's happened before. And yeah. So Scott went and bought a new cat carrier because ours was falling apart. You couldn't trust it anymore. When you lifted it up, it would come apart. It was old. It's probably at least 20 years old. And it's plastic. It was good heavy duty, but it's been used so much and it needed to be replaced. So a couple of weeks ago, Scott said, Dylan had told Scott, have me order it on Chewy. It'll be cheaper than going to the pet store. And I'm thinking, okay, so I said to Scott, do we want one that'll hold 25 to 30 pounds? Because Rascal is a huge cat, and so is Outsider. And he said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So it gets delivered by Chewy, and this thing is huge. I mean, I can fit both Outsider and Rascal in it. That's how big this carrier is. And Scott's like, that's not even going to fit on your lap. It's way too big. Because I always put the carrier on my lap so I can talk to the cats. Not while I'm driving, when Scott drives. If I'm driving, it goes in the passenger seat, and I have it so that the door's facing me so that they can see me while I'm driving. And it's only a 15-minute drive. I don't have far to go. So when that cat carrier came in, he's like, holy moly. I guess I should have looked at the dimensions. I just went by how many pounds it'll hold. So yesterday, Scott's going, yes, she has to go to the vet. And you're not taking that big cat carrier. He goes, let me see what time Petco closes. So it closes at Justin looked it up on his phone, and he says it closes at 7. So Scott says, I'll go after dinner and we'll get a smaller one. Because Ruby doesn't weigh much. She's a small cat. So he comes back with a cat carrier. And I looked at him and I said, but Outsider or Rascal, neither one are going to fit in that. And he goes, it's fine. They had another one a size bigger than this. He says, that probably would have worked, but I got this one for now. It was $25. It's nice and sturdy, and he likes the way it was put together. So, like, okay. Well, Pearl saw it and took off because the last time she's been in it 3 times to the vet in May and June, because she got her shots and an evaluation to get spayed, and then she got the second set of her booster shot, and then she got spayed, and she hasn't had to go back. But she saw that cat carrier, she's like, fuck you. You're not coming near me with that. Nope. So, I have a new cat carrier, so I've got to put my name on it. I like to put my name on it and my phone number. I'll probably put my cell phone number on it because that's what they'll be calling me. When I get there, I have to call them to tell them in the parking lot. Then I have to wait in the parking lot. So they'll call me and all that stuff. So I asked Dylan to go with me because Scott will be working, and the last time I went I had a horrible anxiety attack out in the parking lot, and Scott's like, ask Dylan to go with you because he remembered from last time I went. So Dylan said okay, so I'll pick him up. Just ride with me, please. Keep me company in the car. Yes, I'm on another section. Okay, this is the apple. I'm putting sparklers on the Y section of the apple and in the wings. I'm not doing it in all of the section of the apple, but just the Y symbol. So I have to remember that. But the first thing I always do is, if it's got 310 or whatever the main color is, then I use that. So I noticed with my diabetes lately, I've been a little bit more emotional with my numbers not. I mean, my numbers were high for the past couple years before I got it back under control and I wasn't emotional, but I think now that I'm getting it up there, there's just something going on with my body. I am losing a little bit of weight here and there every week. Sometimes I gain it like 2 pounds. I'm like, how the hell did I do that? I didn't even hardly eat. So I'm thinking sometimes I have a little bit more of the water weight. Why did this stick so bad? Usually this stuff peels up. And it's the good kind. I mean, it's the kind I use on all of them. So I'm just trying to peel this. Yeah. Once I get it up, it'll... There we go. Yeah, the parchment paper, and I try not to press down on it hard. Let's see. So we'll take this. This is what we're going to do. Now it comes up. Okay, let's lay it back down. There we go. Okay. It was just that edge. 310. This week is diamond painting week, which means my goal, although today probably won't happen as much, my goal this week, while diamond painting, I will listen to a book and I want to watch live streams if my internet cooperates. So I can read in between, you know, when the live streams aren't on. But since sitting at this table hurts my neck, I will have to set up, I'm going to set up my old laptop by my drafting table, because that's what I diamond paint on in the family room. So I already have the air conditioner on in there. And when I'm done with this video, while it's uploading, I will do some more laundry. And start a book. And this is Hannah Lynn, Mona by Diamond Art Club. I don't know if I already said that. This is for hashtag Hannah Lynn time, or is it just Hannah time? Hold on, I can tell you in a minute. I know I did not do a video. It's Hannah time 2020. I did not get a tea time video done. I was just not having a good weekend. Thankfully that's gone, but I did not get any sleep last night, hardly at all. I was chatting on Facebook Messenger with Tia, and then I had another one opened with Karen, and it was almost 11, and I'm like, I need to go, I'm really tired, going to bed. So I get in bed and I toss and turn for about 2 hours. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I kept waking up. Could not stay asleep. So today is probably not going to be a good day either. I do have to tell you, I have had some really strange dreams. This one, I have no idea why. So I was like a teenager in this dream. Only my family wasn't my family. I had a whole different family. And I had a brother. Now, I don't have a brother in real life. I have a sister who's 5 years younger than me. But in my dream, I have a brother. I don't know his name. So, some of my close friends, and of course my family, but some of my close online friends know that I've been getting, I haven't, knock on wood. Where's the wood? Knock on wood. I used to get nasty letters in the mail. I'm not going to tell you what's in them. I don't know who sent them. It's someone local. That much I do know. Just because of what's in them, it's somebody that knows, at least my husband. And they crack us up. Anyways, I get some nasty notes, and they've been sent to family and friends. Yes, in their mail, not emails, regular mail. I don't know what they're hoping to accomplish. Anyways, it's been a long time. Knock on wood again. It must have triggered something in my dream. So I had a dream that this person sent me a package in the mail. And I open it up, and it has a king cobra snake in it. And it's biting me. It grabbed a hold of my right hand, so I grabbed a hold of its head with my left hand, and it still managed to get its fangs in my left hand. So then I grabbed it with my right hand, and it managed to get its fangs into my right hand again, and I'm screaming, "Brother, brother, brother, come help me." I guess I was not yelling it in my sleep, but in my dream I'm yelling, "Brother, brother, come help me." Well, because the snake bites were so intense in my dream, it woke me up. So that's why I remember the dream. Oh my God. I don't think I'll ever forget that dream. It was horrible. So, and it was the middle of the night when I had the dream, and I realized Scott was up. Well, he had a stomach ache, so he had gotten up, and he come back to bed, and he goes, "Why are you awake?" So I told him, and he's like, "Did you just read a book or watched a movie or something with the snakes?" And I said, "No, I haven't read any books with any snakes in it." Now, it's funny because the day after that, I started a new book, and it had a snake in it. But no, I didn't. I watched a Hallmark movie the night before that did not have a snake in it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that snake came from in my dream. It was really weird. It just felt so real. So, and when I woke up, I'm looking at my hands going, is there something wrong with my hands? No. Oops. Must need more wax. I told him I was going to tell you guys because he said he was going to tattle on me. So the other day I felt like coloring. I didn't color long. I colored a little bit. And so I'm in here coloring, and Scott comes in and he goes, I'm going to go get a chair. And I said, why are you going to go get a chair? Well, I'm going to color with you. And I said, okay, well, I don't let anybody color in my coloring books, so I will make a copy for you, whatever you want, and you can color yourself. Oh no, he says, I'm going to come color on the same page you're coloring. Because I know he's kidding around. He doesn't even want to color. And I said, no, you cannot color on the same page as me. That's not allowed. I said, I will share any coloring supplies that I have. You can use any of my coloring supplies. You are not coloring in my coloring book. And especially on the page I'm coloring. And so he says, you are really mean, and I am telling all of your subscribers. And I said, no, I will tell them, because I am sure they would all tell their spouse the same thing. Unless they're a really good artist. But he's not. He doesn't even know how to color. No. So I chased him out of here. But he's like, I'm going to tell them. I said, you don't have to. I'll tell them. I'll tell them. I said, when Kathy's here and Catherine's here to color with me, I don't let them color in my coloring books. I share all my coloring supplies. They've used my, well, Catherine hasn't needed to use my Holbein because she has her own, but Kathy was new to coloring. She wanted to try all the different colored pencils to see what she thought of them. She used my Holbeins. I don't have a problem with that. Don't touch my coloring books. You know, it's just one of those things. So I've been trying to get into live streams again, but it's been so hard because my internet is so freaking crappy, and it's been like that for a while. So, you know, I keep putting off calling Exceed, which is /Viasat. So Saturday, every morning on Saturdays, is a crafting chat on Zoom. Doesn't my power, or not my power, my internet went out 5 minutes before it was to start, and it stayed out for 3 hours. I'm like, are you serious? And there wasn't no reason. It wasn't raining, it wasn't cloudy, nothing. I was so mad. And I said, well, it's a good thing that I didn't want anything from the new releases of Diamond Art Club, because I get that at noon in my email, and, you know, internet was out. I already knew what the new releases were, and if I was to get one, it would have been the new Randall Spangler. But I don't need any more, and right now I'm trying to buy, every once in a while, I'm trying to buy from other companies. You know, I have, I think, well, I did one by Treasure Studios Art, and I have 3 more to do. And I have a whole bunch more I want to do of theirs. I just got one from Bella Safina. And yes, they are a little pricey, but that's because she has little touches that she does of handmade stuff that's included, which I'm hoping to do an unboxing of that this week. I still am waiting for 2 from DIY Moon Shop. They were ordered back in June and they haven't been shipped yet. So I'm still waiting on those to be shipped. This pandemic, I'm telling you, the post office holds on to things too. I've seen it sit at post office for several days before being sent out again. It's like, why are they doing that? I don't understand. Especially when it's coming, oh, maybe because it was coming from Florida, and Florida's got the high rate right now of corona. I don't know. And the Bella Safina one was 3 days later than it was supposed to be. And that one sat at a post office for a while, and that's shipped from the U.S. So right now, I'm trying to buy from companies that ship from the U.S. But even if I don't, you know, like Treasure Studios Art doesn't. And Evermoment didn't come from the U.S. It doesn't really matter because I have so many diamond paintings sitting here, which is another reason why I'm not in a hurry to really buy anything. Plus, I'm not babysitting for 3 months and have no income coming in from that, which wasn't very much, but a little bit helps, you know. So I have time to make the videos. I have time to do things. Just I get sidetracked. So that's why I'm not on the computer as much. I'm trying to stay away from that so I can get more crafts done. But since this week is diamond painting week, I still have to read books for reviews. But I think I will read in between when there's a break in the live streams. And of course tonight I have to take Ruby to the vet. General Hospital came back on last Monday. Yay! All new episodes. And at first I'm like, crap, I went to go watch it Monday, and ABC are being buttheads and being greedy like a lot of other companies and want more money from Dish Network. And Dish Network tries everything they can to keep our costs down, and so they won't give ABC what they want. And so there's a power thing going on right now with ABC, and ABC wants us to call Dish Network and bitch them out for not letting us have ABC. And you know what? To me, that's not ABC's, that's not Dish Network's fault. That's ABC, because Dish Network tries to keep our costs down and not raise our rates. And ABC and all these other networks all make their money from advertisements. There's not any less advertisements on the TV, so they're still making money. So I'm like, crap, how am I going to watch General Hospital? Because you can't watch it on abc.com unless you have a TV provider. You used to be able to watch it on YouTube, but they stopped that being allowed. So then I remembered Dylan has Hulu, and I have his account hooked up to my TV. So when when you want to watch that day's episode, you have to wait till after 7 p.m. and then it's on Hulu. So I watched them last week except for Fridays. I want to watch Fridays today. And I was talking about the internet too. So Justin went online and Googled Exceed complaints, because I have Exceed. Like I said, it's Exceed, which turned into Viasat. So he looked it up. And ever since the pandemic, they have had complaints and complaints and complaints, because they're all having the same issues I am with it constantly going out, being slow. I mean, it used to take me half an hour to upload an hour video, and it's now taking me 2 to 3 hours. No, that's not cool. So when Justin looked it up, he said, yeah, and it's not just me, it's people with HughesNet as well, because I said, well, I used to have HughesNet, and you didn't get enough data, and their prices are outrageous. So I went back on the HughesNet's website to see if they have better packages, if the prices came down. No, they didn't. They're horrible. And they've got a ton of complaints as well. You know, I'm not that out in the boonies. I'm out in the country. There's tons of houses all around. The cable company comes up this road. They stopped between this one road and the main road. There's 30 houses here. Why couldn't they come back up the rest of the 30 houses? Nope. I don't want cable TV. I just want the internet. So that is why I have not been able to do live streams. Sunday nights have had to be put on hold until my internet's running right again. And I'm not calling them to come out here because the people that are complaining said that they did, and they were charged $95 just to have them come at your house. I'm like, no. I'm not doing that. So here all along, I thought it was just me and something going on here, and it's not. All the customers are complaining. So that is why sometimes I'm not near live streams. I have missed so many live streams this summer because either the internet is out or it's so slow that as soon as I go into your live stream, all it's doing is buffering. It won't do anything. So I gave up. Now last night I was able to watch Crashly. When I first started watching her, it worked great, and then after a little while it started buffering, but it would come back on. Who else did I watch? Oh, I went to watch Jeremy Saturday night, went into his stream, said hi Jeremy, hi everyone, and like 2 minutes later the internet went out. So I didn't get to stay in Jeremy's. And was the internet out Friday night? I didn't go into Mrs. Coffee's. Did I go into Mrs. Coffee's? I don't think so. Can't remember. Or maybe she didn't do one. I can't remember. So if my internet is on this week during live streams and it's working right, I'm trying to go into live streams again because I can diamond paint. and watch you, but yeah. This is the year what? 2020, and we still have to deal with satellite internet? That makes no sense. Now, our senator is, I'm making a video. He's trying to make it so that everybody has broadband access. I'm like, yes, please get it so that we don't have to have satellite anymore. You know, I could understand if I lived out in the middle of nowhere, like my sister-in-law. She lives out in the middle of nowhere. They put in all new optical lines for her telephone, and she gets her internet through the telephone company, which is who my son gets, my youngest son, where I babysit. That's who he gets his internet from. Hello, if you can do that where she lives and her closest neighbor is a mile away, why can't you do it here? There's 30 houses. I don't understand at all. And the last time I called the phone company, all I kept getting told was, and this is back in like 2007. That's not the last time I called them, but that was when I first started calling them. And they kept telling me, yep, you're going to have it by next year. You're going to have it by next year. Just keep calling and checking in on us. So I did. And I would keep calling and keep calling. Well, I still didn't get it by the next year. So now this is what, 2020. So when did I last call? 2-3 years ago I called. And whoever I talked to was a rudest jerk and said to me, oh, where you live, you're lucky you have phone service. Oh, really? And then he laughed at me. Oh, I had a few choice words for him and I hung up. No, I do not live out in the boonies. Lisa will tell you that. Catherine will tell you that. I have plenty of neighbors. I have a regular phone line, landline, through that phone company. And that's only because our cell service, I have Verizon, which works better in my house than any other cell phone service. But I don't have good service in my house to make phone calls. The phone calls get dropped. And sometimes it doesn't even ring on my phone. I'll find out I have a voice message and it's like my phone sat next to me this whole time. It never rang. So I have to have a landline, which I wish I didn't have to, but I do. And there's 3 phones in the house with an answer machine, and gets used a lot because I don't give out my phone number to like anybody. None of my charge cards companies don't have my cell phone number. I don't want any of them having my cell phone number. They have my landline. But since my internet is also hooked up to my cell phone, I can make phone calls to my friends through Facebook Messenger and chat with them because it's using my internet. And I do that a lot. So if I do another WIP Chat tomorrow, I'm sure I will tell you about how Ruby's vet appointment went. Now, if it doesn't go well, you might not hear from me. But thankfully, Dylan is going with me to keep me company in the car. So, what else is going on with me? I think that's it. I don't have anything going on. Wednesday, I'll be gone a couple hours. I'm going to Food Link. They are going to be at the parking lot of my high school where I grew up. And you no longer get out of your car and stand in line. They come to your car, they ask you questions, probably like what's available, what do you want, and then they fill up the trunk of your car. So I plan on doing that Wednesday. And I guess I don't really care if it's raining or not because I don't have to get out of my car. So I'm debating if I want to make it a whole day of being in that town because that's where my parents live, and I might go visit my mom in the morning because she had ordered a new Kindle and she should have it by now, and she wanted me to help her set it up through her library card. She didn't know you could do that. I'm like, yes. Well, her other Kindle was so old she couldn't do anything with it. And it was so slow, and you can't even delete books off of it. So she says, well, I wanted a Paperwhite because I can take it outside. So I'm not sure if she did order the Paperwhite. But yeah, I was messing around with it, and I'm like, and she had a ton of games on it. I said, this is taking up so much space on your Kindle. So I looked under her settings to see what she had, how much she was using, and I took off all of her games, and it was still really slow. She's like, well, I wanted a new one anyways. Yeah. So when she calls me to let me know she has it, I will I'll take mine with me and I will show her what I have and put Hoopla on hers and the other one. So we'll get my mom all set up. She has a lot of Kindle books. But I told her with the new Kindle you can delete them off of your device. They'll still be in your Kindle account, but when you're done reading it, you can take it off of your device. And then if you do want to read it again, you just download it onto your device again. So, and I told her she could do text to speech. So if she wants to color or diamond paint, because I got her diamond paint, and of course I did. And she has a lot of coloring stuff, so I said you can listen to your book. So I am going to say goodbye because Scott just got home. He must have been wanting to say something to me. He went and picked up medication, all my medications from Walgreens. And then I can set this diamond painting up in the family room on my drafting table and my laptop. I'm not taking this laptop out and setting it up. I have an old laptop that works just fine for YouTube. So I'll set it up. I did just change all the wax melts in all my warmers this morning, so they all have fresh melts in them. It smells good in here. Yeah, I finished. Did I finish it? Yep. I finished the one that was in here. So next week I'll have to get a new one out, a new scent. And I finished the one that was in the kitchen. So next week I will have baked apple pie in there. So I may make another WIP Chat tomorrow. If not, then Wednesday. And depending on how long it takes to upload a video, I don't know when you will see them. Because if it's taken a long time and somebody's got live stream on, I may just wait till I'm heading to bed, or if I'm going to watch a movie. So that is it for today. And you guys need to, no, you don't need to. Let me know what you're doing. Are you coloring? Are you diamond painting? What are you doing? And you all have a fantastic week. I love you guys. Bye.